Now, we all know deep down college towns are way better than pro cities. Am I biased? Of course I am. I grew up in Auburn, Alabama, but I'm also a truth teller. And I think you agree, David Cohn, former Michigan quarterback.
I agree.
Born in Statesboro, or from Statesboro, excuse me. You were born in Zeta Reticula 7, which is close to 7-Footer Island. My brother, who's from the same place I am, Auburn, Alabama. So we decided we're going to go conference by conference.
Piss some people off.
That's well, good. Good. Let's get the body guessing. Let's do it. We decided to rank the college towns in the Southeastern Conference from the worst to the best. Okay?
So how do we decide? What's the metric?
So the way I view it, and I think this is something that everybody can agree on.
Okay.
Number one is obviously location, because that's what we're talking about. Like where you're at, where you're located. Number two, I would say fan base, right? Enthusiasm around the town. Does the town run on the team?
Don't give a fuss about nothing but the time.
Things like that, because I think that's what makes it a true college town. I think three, the aesthetics and the community. But outside of that, David, there's really, what other parameters are we looking at?
So we're doing best SEC.
Worst to best.
Towns?
Yes.
Like college vibes?
We talking about practice.
The vibes.
Like the party.
Like I was going to ask.
Well, that's a part of it. That's fan base,
that's
right?
What
that
I
goes
was...
into support, community.
See, I don't really care anymore about the party scene. That would, like 15 years ago, that may have been higher up on the
me
list,
neither.
But
see, my list was beer consumption, liquor consumption, drugs consumption, and how much you're out of class.
Can we count, is tailgate a subset?
Of course.
Of the party element?
Yes.
Because if that
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without
that's a party.
Because then we're looking at, the Grove and the Quad and all that. That obviously goes into it.
I don't get it.
I mean, full disclosure, I haven't been to all of these in the SEC.
Get
How
out.
did you even...
No, all right. Well,
this job?
I hate to start this because this is where we live, and I do love it here. I don't know how Nashville's not last on this. It's just
Vanderbilt.
It's got to be.
And they don't even come here for Vandy.
No.
They come here for everything else.
Yeah.
So it's
and we love Nashville.
We love
Nashville.
No, we're not talking about like big cities.
But it's not like a
big
college
cities.
town.
No, we're talking about college town vibe. It's just
Nashville.
not.
If the Vanderbilt Athletic and the university left tomorrow, Nashville wouldn't know. Except for the medical side of things, the medical school.
I'm very thankful for that.
sure,
Very.
yeah.
I mean, they helped save
Great golf team.
wife's mother's,
baseball.
my mother-in-law's life. Yeah, for sure. And it's not just a reflection on Vandy football. It's just, it is what it is. Go to a tailgate at Vanderbilt. You and all 9 other people there.
You deny me of the cross side.
Outside of the Booster Club tailgate. Y'all may have a good time, but it's just not, it's not pumping.
Okay, so what's next then?
Man, I think I'm gonna piss some people off with this one. I mean, I don't know how we don't go Austin.
Austin? Really? Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
And that's just because it doesn't have the college vibe?
It doesn't have the college vibe. It doesn't have the college vibe. Not saying that the parties aren't great. Parties, they know how to party in Austin. But to me, we're still on the way too big to have the true college town vibe and feel. I feel like there's way more segments of people in Austin than there are in, let's say, Oxford.
So we just got back from Gainesville, Florida.
Yes.
You're going to take Gainesville over Austin, Texas?
College town? Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that's crazy.
I haven't been to Austin.
I haven't
been to Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Plano. I haven't been to Austin.
Look, people don't realize Florida, from a party's perspective, is up there.
From a good-looking women perspective,
is up
we're
there.
going to be honest.
Mary Thorne of Lakeland, Florida says this alligator named Rambo is her baby.
They're out in Austin too.
Oh, no, I'm not saying they're not out in Austin, but I just think Austin is
so it being a bigger city
hurts it. And look, Texas is
they're everywhere. They're huge.
They're huge.
They're huge.
They're humongous.
And they love their team.
Mm-hmm.
Love their team. It's almost like Texas has its own little faction
of Austin.
Like, to me,
is Austin the same city without that university though? That's what you really have to ask yourself.
No, I don't. But I think I don't think that's enough to move it all the way up. Like, for example, the difference in College Station and Austin, right, is way different. Way different to me. Austin, let's put it this way. If the University of Texas did leave Austin. Austin has enough people and is big enough.
So that's
to
kind
be
of what
fine.
I'm asking, though. It is now, but would Austin be what it is today had that university not been there?
See, that's a different
Like,
question.
Austin has come up around the school.
That's a different question to me.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate that. Again, nobody's saying it's not fun to go there. Nobody's saying it's a bad place or whatever. But, you know, we have to rank them where we rank them. Listen, being fresh to death, it's not easy. And our friends at HelloFresh, ooh, when it comes to food, they're the freshest out. You got to make them a priority this summer because it's easy. It's convenient recipes that are delivered right to your door. Just choose your meal, select the delivery date. HelloFresh handles all the planning, all the shopping, and most of the prep. So all you have to do is open your box and get cooking, like me when I hit the basketball court. David, we've talked about the tacos. We've talked about there's so many options, regardless if you're vegetarian, carnivore, herbivore, or something I'm not smart enough to understand. When it comes to what to make for dinner or any meal, don't just do the same old thing all the time. That's why HelloFresh has expanded their menu to 50 recipes to choose from every single week. You'll never get bored with what they have in store, and you'll always find something new to try and love. So when you sign up today, check this out. You'll get free appetizers for life. Desserts, appetizers, get the party started or enjoy a little pre-dinner treat with an app of your choice in every HelloFresh box for free. That's right, you heard that right. With so much variety and options, everyone and every lifestyle fits HelloFresh. So go to HelloFresh.com/boosterapps. HelloFresh.com/boosterapps for free appetizers for life. One appetizer item per box while your subscription's active. That's free appetizers for life, you guys, at HelloFresh.com/boosterapps. America's #1 meal kit, and hell, it's free.
So what about Norman, Oklahoma, then?
I think
Oklahoma's
Norman is
coming
more of a
in.
college town.
Huh?
I think Norman is way more of a college town.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, what's next, though? Where's the next?
See, now it gets thick because the big ones are out. I would probably say if we're going pure college town in the Southeastern Conference, the next one to me, and I loved it when I went there, and I just went there, and it's a blast.
Starkville?
It's just
Starkville?
I would go to Starkville over Lexington.
I'm with that. I'm with that 100%. I think Lexington, Kentucky. I think
Okay.
that's exactly right.
I think
that's
Starkville's a better
exactly
college
right.
town than Lexington.
I think that's strike what I said from the record. It's
Okay.
Lexington, Kentucky.
So Lexington next.
It's
Yeah.
Lexington next.
And then
And
Starkville?
Lexington doesn't even feel like a college town to me.
More so than Louisville.
Lerver?
Louisville,
Lerver?
cross-state
Louisville,
rival.
Bowling Green, you got Western Kentucky. I mean, I think Lexington it's on there. It's on there.
Yeah.
So then, are we going Starkville? Feel good about that?
How do you compare Starkville and Oxford?
Oxford's.
I mean, y'all spend a lot of time-
Oxford's top
It's
four.
going to be hard for me not to have Oxford
Yeah.
top 4.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. I would have
That's
Starkville
when
there.
you get
again
into the
great
really-
time. The dude
the
is
meat and
incredible.
bones.
The people are incredible. But if we're talking about all the attributes and the characteristics here, all of them, I think it's Starkville.
See, I went to Mississippi State just for the football camp, did my thing, threw, and left.
That's it.
I didn't hang out. Spend
Well,
the weekend.
Starkville still has it's getting bigger, like all the construction that I saw, and it feels like when Auburn started to really take off and expand. But it does have that old, not nearly as big charm to it. I think that's why it's.
So how about Columbia, Missouri? Let's say
That was going to be my next.
Starkville.
That was going to be my next one.
over.
That was going to be my next one. And look, can you flip flop some of these? Yeah, for sure. You can definitely flip flop some of these.
Starkville or Columbia, Missouri?
Which one I would rather go to?
Yeah.
Starkville.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been to Columbia. It's pretty dope.
Is it?
Yeah,
I had
pretty
to-
dope.
Just from just an all around.
It's a rational argument. It's a logical argument.
Sports and college life, like Starkville gets after it.
No, they do. They do. Nobody is
Baseball,
doubting the get after.
I know they're
it.
down in football right now, but they'll be back. Football, basketball, they're usually pretty good. So it's all encompassing when it comes to sports wise. And the people, they're mostly most people who go to Mississippi State, I would say, are more on the southern side. Than
Yeah, I would say it's both southern. I think it's more rural. I
yeah,
think
and
the
it's
word is
just
rural.
I'm not saying there's bad people in Missouri, but there's just a hell of a lot of nice people in Starkville.
Okay, so we got Vanderbilt out, Texas out, Kentucky out. Do we have
I would say,
Missouri
you know, we'll say Columbia, Missouri.
I'd go Columbia.
Well, I'll go
Missouri,
Columbia and then Starkville.
and then Starkville.
So y'all putting Fayetteville over Starkville?
Yes.
I
Yes.
agree too.
Yes. I'm putting Fayetteville over Starkville.
My
And
dad
again,
went
it's
to law
not by
school at Arkansas, so
an
Yeah, you're
incredibly
biased.
wide
yeah.
margin. So
I'm biased
again,
on Arkansas.
now we're just splitting hairs. Like now we're getting into the weeds.
So now we still got Knoxville, Tuscaloosa, Oxford, Fayetteville, Gainesville,
I think this is where
Norman?
Gainesville.
Norman.
Oh, okay. I'd put Norman.
I would say
Here.
Norman next.
Yeah.
I would say Norman next.
Never been.
Again, God, we're getting. I've
never
there.
been.
I haven't
Went there
either.
with Pick one time. Again, we're splitting hairs, and people are going to get pissed on. Again, we want to make people happy, we'd sell ice cream and cookies for a living. I would put Norman next. Okay, it is a college town, more of a college town than Austin is, in my opinion. That's why it's before. But I mean, I just don't know how we put that ahead of any of the other ones we are about to get into. Like maybe Fayetteville's close. Fayetteville's next. I would say Fayetteville would be next after Norman.
See, I wasn't overly impressed with Gainesville when we went. I mean, I know they love their football program. I know they're huge into athletics, and I'm sure you can go and have a great party there. It's just, I went to Tallahassee a lot growing up with Florida State. I would take Florida State over Gainesville.
The ACC one I think is going to get awfully interesting too when we get into it. So, all right,
I mean,
Are
the
you
people
putting-
there were awesome when they had.
are you putting? Okay, you think we should put Gainesville next? You think we should go
I'm just
Gainesville?
throwing out ideas.
No, listen, I don't think it's crazy what you're saying. If you want to go Gainesville next,
I think Gainesville has fallen off lately. Like back in the Tebow, Chris Leak, Urban Meyer days, like it was a different type of place.
and I almost think, do we look at it like at its peak? Like, is that, because in my mind, I'm grading them at its peak.
Well, see,
You know,
it's-
I didn't
it-
go there on a game day Saturday. Like, probably would have been rocking.
Yeah, like I think I agree with that, but I do think longevity of being good tells you a lot about how good the town actually is.
So would you put Gainesville, is Gainesville less of a good college town than Fayetteville? Or is it?
I would put Gainesville before Fayetteville.
So
We also have
Gainesville,
South Carolina in there, too.
South Carolina,
I'm
I've
telling
been
you,
there.
dog,
I've
like
been there. I'm telling you, that place is
It's-
awesome.
I always have had a good time in Columbia.
It's awesome. I was gonna wade in the waters a little bit before we got there. And you want to talk about going nuts? That place goes nuts, and they've
party.
rarely been good.
That's
like
true.
They party.
Yeah. So let's go Gainesville, then Fayetteville. All right, Gainesville, then Fayetteville. And we already picked Norman, right? We did Norman. God, see now it's
I'd probably go A&M at this spot.
go College Station.
College Station?
Yeah.
Okay. I
As
could
a
get on
given-
board with that.
Yeah, they feel a little bit of elitish. They do. They got all the money in the world.
More than Texas? Well, that Texas
Yes.
is ranked way.
Yes, they
See,
do.
I don't agree. I
It's just it feels like they want to be the high class fans of the SEC, but it's like
You
they're
just hate
they're
Texas,
poor.
man.
They're
You hate
poor
them.
rich.
you hate them.
Like they're poor.
They have all the money in the world,
They're
but they're poor rich.
It's
just like you said, the
it's-
pendulum of
Define-
democracy.
You're
Yeah,
driving a
that
Lamborghini,
pendulum.
but you're parking it at a trailer.
They're poor rich. Okay.
Yeah.
They're poor rich.
What's the difference between poor rich and rich poor?
Rich poor
Mhm.
is when you use crappy stuff, but you're super rich.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that actually makes sense.
You're making
In
a lot
some-
of that pendulum swing.
I didn't think
The
you
pendulum
could
of
possibly
democracy,
find
though.
a way to make that make sense. And you somehow, in me and your both somewhat autistic brain, figured out a way to do it.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
Wait, which one's the one where you do have a lot of money, but you're really frugal?
That's the rich poor.
The rich poor? Which one?
Poor rich.
Hey, he
Poor
just
rich.
looked at me and said frugal. I don't know what that means.
I want to be. Which one's which again? I want to be the second
Poor
one.
rich.
I don't want to be that one.
Is when you have a lot of money, but you live in like an area that's like you're driving a Lambo, but you live next to a trailer park
Yeah.
with a golf course where there's
Thank you
holes
for
in the
that.
green, and
Thank
not
you.
like the one you're trying to make the ball in.
So what city was next? The College Station. That's right.
Yeah.
So College Station said, "This is college." Just chill.
Oh, College Station.
No,
Do the
don't.
thing.
Plain just, hey.
Oh, I kissed my dad. Oh.
Clip that.
Yeah.
Clip that
Clip
one.
that. Please.
Don't clip that. That's just
No, clip that. You said it. No, welcome to my world, buddy.
That's fine. Just know I'm gonna clip the whole thing and I'm gonna make it extremely weird.
Well, it's already going to be extremely weird.
Good.
Like Tom Brady's son. June 6th marks the 80th anniversary of the Allied invasion of Normandy, where we went over there and kicked their ass.
Hell yeah.
It's more commonly known as D-Day. And our good friends at Black Rifle Coffee are doing something special to commemorate the incredible men who stormed those beaches by land, air, and sea 80 years ago. I've seen it in person. It's life-changing. Evan Hafer and his team will make a series of parachute jumps into Normandy June 4th to June 6th, fully decked out in World War II era uniforms as time marches on. The Black Rifle Coffee crew is making sure they do their part to honor the last of the greatest generation who fought at D-Day while they are still with us. Black Rifle Coffee is a veteran-founded coffee company and is veteran-run, and they proudly serve the people who love this country. A portion of every purchase made at blackriflecoffee.com goes to support veteran and first responder causes, from providing funding and equipment to first responders to helping vets fight cancer. Your money goes a long way toward giving back to those who serve our nation. So, how can you help and how can you drink delicious coffee? You visit blackrifle.com to join us and the team of veterans commemorating the hard-fought victory at D-Day. That's blackriflecoffee.com.
Oh, man. So we did Fayetteville?
Yep.
We did Fayetteville.
Okay, we did Fayetteville.
I mean, we're getting down. There's like, what, 5
because
left?
at this point,
What do we have left?
it's all heavy hitters.
So
now.
we have
we're talking about
Auburn?
Athens, Auburn, Baton Rouge. We still have Oxford. We still have Columbia, South Carolina, Tuscaloosa, Knoxville.
I'm going to go ahead and say, Oxford. Is it Oxford
No.
next? It's not?
No.
It's not?
I'd go Columbia.
South Carolina?
Next.
Okay. Yeah.
You have a better time in, say, Tuscaloosa? I mean, I know you personally. I don't need you to be smiling at me like that. But
Friends have said.
you have talked a lot of trash about Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
I have, but from like a going to school town, college town, it's pretty dope.
Okay.
Greek
We
life.
have that on record now.
We have
Greek
that on
life.
record. We have that on
I think
record.
Alabama
Actually,
has
you know what? Clip that. Take
Alabama
the
has the
Gadgets
best
and stuff out.
fraternity and sorority stuff.
They have like the biggest Greek life.
Yeah.
in the SEC,
Yeah.
It's a cult.
and they throw down.
Yeah.
I married one of them.
Yeah, me too.
Hey.
But she went to UT Martin, so it's kind of different. But she's from Tuscaloosa, so.
So at this point, it's just like, who are you knocking out of the greatness?
Yeah, I think Baton Rouge is next.
Before Columbia?
No,
South-
after Columbia. After Columbia. So
Okay, so you're Columbia, South
Sorry,
Carolina.
I'm reading
Okay.
chapter 3 for
Okay,
I'm
you're
almost done
ahead.
with chapter
Yeah.
2. So
Chapter 2 is good.
Chapter 2 is good. It's good.
I've had a lot of great times in Columbia, South Carolina.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, we should have beat them when I was in South Alabama. God, we. Anyways, all right. So Baton Rouge, it's Columbia, then Baton Rouge. That's what we're saying. I mean, what are you gonna say? Knoxville? Knoxville's a party, buddy. Knoxville's a party. You got the Vol Navy right there. They're partying on yachts and stuff, dog.
I'd probably go Tennessee next.
Knoxville?
Yeah.
Before you'd put Tennessee worse than Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
There ain't no way, dog. There is no way.
Oh, there is.
There's not.
It's splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, Baton Rouge is awesome. Is there a knock because it's so close
I
to
just
New Orleans? Is it so close to a big city, or are you not counting that?
no, I'm not.
Because it is its own college vibe.
Yeah, it is.
But you can fly into New Orleans. You can get there. It's accessible.
David, you've got to be the tiebreaker in this one. Are we going Knoxville or Baton Rouge next?
Since I'm now a resident of Tennessee, I'll save Knoxville.
Okay.
I'll
I
say
think the difference to me is like every LSU person who goes to that school is basically a functioning alcoholic,
Yeah.
and I don't know how they do it.
They're going to be
I-
at the top of the Jello shot counter.
Oh, yeah,
So
see-
we're saying Knoxville next.
Y'all are saying, yeah.
Or you're saying
No.
Baton Rouge. You chose
Baton Rouge, yeah.
All right, so Baton Rouge is next. So, I mean, this is just getting harder.
We got
and harder.
Athens, Auburn,
Tuscaloosa
Knoxville, Tuscaloosa,
and Oxford.
Oxford.
Got to go Knoxville next. I think we do go Knoxville next.
Knoxville.
Yep. I think we go Knoxville next. And then I'm going Tuscaloosa 4. I'm going Tuscaloosa 4. Because you want to know why? And maybe you could spin this to be a positive. Blaine, I don't know. Most people that go there are not from Tuscaloosa. They're not even from the South. They're from New Jersey.
Is that a new problem because of Saban?
It's a
Because he won
newer
too
problem.
much?
Yeah, which makes a lot more money.
It was
Outstate
two
tuition
things.
makes
It
a lot
was-
more money.
When I lived there for a couple of years, it was Chicago, New Jersey, like all the frat parties and everything. And it was for two reasons. At least the females told me this. One, because they're really good at football. For 3 reasons. 2, the Greek and sorority life. And the third one is the Southern gentleman.
Yeah.
I was like, well, they lied to you about one damn thing. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Not the football.
Not the football. Not at all.
Yeah.
Greek life's pretty sweet.
All right. So
And then they met you.
I'm saying Tuscaloosa. What are you saying?
And this is for 4,
This is
correct?
for 4. You made the playoff.
I'd probably go Auburn
At 4?
at 4.
David.
I love Auburn. I do love going to Auburn.
Are you setting me
Is
up?
that no? Is that where I have to pick now between?
Yeah, because we picked 2 different ones. So
Look, man, I'm gonna have to go with Tuscaloosa at 4.
I think you're right.
I'm gonna have to.
I think you're 100% correct.
Mostly because they tried to kick me off campus when I was shooting a video for Bleacher Report.
That is.
Auburn welcomed me in with open
And look what
arms,
it cost
and I
you.
interviewed the mayor.
And look what it cost you, everything.
But I also married into the Alabama family, and now I'm gonna have to hear about that.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah,
You
I'm just
can't-
hoping Reed doesn't hear this.
you
I
have
think
to-
we're in London
can't
right now.
make
so
everybody
it's
happy.
not
Not even selling ice cream. Heard a little kid the other day down the street complaining about chocolate chip cookie dough. or mint
No
chocolate
way.
Chip or something.
You don't got to
And
worry
then-
about
and
it.
You can't
guess
make him
what?
happy.
You ain't got to worry about him now.
Grounded.
He was grounded.
You guys-
All right, so Tuscaloosa 4.
Yep.
You're still in the top 5.
Yep.
And then what's 3? We got 3 left: Athens, Auburn, and Oxford.
Give me Athens 3.
I'll go Oxford 3 because I spent the least amount of time there.
3. I'd go Ole Miss.
So Oxford.
Yeah, I'd go Oxford.
So you're saying Oxford?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying Oxford. It's Oxford. Ole Miss may not be the best, and they're going to be pretty good this year. You want to talk about the Grove,
Dope.
the party scene, the women?
That's off limits for you.
Yeah.
I know. Look, looking's for free. Touching's going to cost you. Just remember that.
Looking might
Just
cost.
go in the Grove.
Well,
It's one of
not
those
if you're not
things-
looking at me, looking at them.
So does
It's one of those things, man.
so does that leave us with University of Georgia and Auburn
It's
left?
Athens and Auburn.
Which at this point,
Yeah,
I mean,
flip a coin.
man.
Yeah. I'm going to go Athens too, just because y'all can kiss my ass.
That's
so,
surprising.
Yeah.
I'd go Athens 1.
Athens 1
You
and
gotta break
Auburn
the
2.
tie.
I can get on board with that.
Okay.
I
All
can
right.
get on board with that.
So we're going to go Auburn 2, which we all know is incorrect. And then Athens 1. Congratulations, Georgia. You win again. Like you haven't been number 1 enough.
It's such a great college
yeah.
town.
It's
It
but
is.
like
All of those are really.
these are, I mean, outside of Nashville, you can make it. Everybody's going to pick where they're from. And you know what? There's probably logical and rational arguments to be made for, like, I think you could put Fayetteville
Oh yeah.
in the top 3.
And
Like,
none of these hold a candle to Statesboro and Georgia Southern. So that's just how it is.
there you go. That's that bias.
The world we live
It's
in.
that bias. Let us know. What is your list? What do we get wrong? What do we get right? I know, it's probably about 8% of y'all are going to agree. And put the number 1. Just put number 1 in there, then comment why and tell us, you're last. I don't know how anybody doesn't have Vanderbilt or how everybody doesn't have Vanderbilt last.
We get it.
Yeah, we get it. But make sure you hit that subscribe button or you're last.